Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts and Team and Team and Team. I'm Mr. Giant. I'm back with another video for you, back with another reaction all year. And this one we're gonna, Pile or Pila or Pili is the name of this song. And it's by this lady here that whose voice I really love. So, I feel like listening to a little bit of her, you know what I mean? And this song is about a woman who feels really vulnerable after a breakup. So you know what I mean? We all have had breakups before and we know how we felt after that. Let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer and we're going to check out this melody here. Okay, it's got that melancholy type keyboard start. People are clapping, they already know the song. It's a sad type of a thing, but I like that type of a rhythm, melody. I know, I like sad songs, what can I say?
Oboje sveca pametnije, oboje put za neke gabrije, a moje srce je pile i od straha kada grmi, nevno kod svila na kavrni. A moje srce je pile, isto žuto i
Pile,
malo,
okay.
što je krejorla jednom zaspalo.
That was nice and simple, but emotionally touching.
Leti dalje sam, dole ne gledaj me. Moje suze prema tebi padaju, moje suze prema tebi padaju, moje suze padaju na gore.
Oh, what is that? Oh, is that traditional instrument? I love the sound of that. I love the sound of that. Demonstrate that melancholy really well,
Oboje sveće neke tažnije, oboje put za neke snažnije, a moje srce je pile i od straha kada grmi, nešto ko svila na kaldrmi. A moje srce je pile, pokislo žuto i malo, što je kraj orla jednom zaspalo. Nije da nije ti bio ni blizu, niti će ko. Leti dalje sam, dole ne gledaj me. Moje suze prema tebi padaju, moje suze prema tebi padaju, moje suze padaju.
I like that. I love that. Wish I could play that instrument, man. It's so pure. I know it's supposed to be a song of somebody who is struggling and suffering, but I love the melody. I love it. It's got some energy to it, you know what I mean? And even though it's a melancholy song, it sounds like somebody who is actually working through some stuff and all of that, you know what I mean? Really enjoyed that. Love her voice. I'm going to say that again, you know what I mean? It's amazing that some people just have a natural talent to do that stuff and it doesn't seem forced or a chore to just belt it out like that. Now, speaking of that vulnerability, man, that vulnerability after a breakup, you could get into some sticky situations and thing after that if you don't check yourself. Like, not jumping into a relationship. I remember when I first got divorced. And the silly thing is, you know, I thought, yeah, I'm back. And and I'm thinking, well, at that time, I didn't think back from what. I'm back to doing what? I never dated before I got married. At a point of self-reflection, I go, wait a minute, I'm back where? It's not like I was a ladies' man before that. Not that I couldn't. I just it wasn't my thing. But I did meet this one person, and there is that rebound feeling where you want to replace thing because I went hard. You know, I was cooking for her. I was like making sure she was okay, doing all of that. You know what I mean? And just being I was needy. I was way too needy then. And my ego was bruised. You know what I'm saying? And I did and I say certain stuff that made me look desperate. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat the vibe. You know what I mean? I was just, there. But the warning signs were there. You know what I mean? She was just taking all the attention. But the kicker is how the situation ended, and I had to laugh at it after. You know, there was another friend that I know. Well, it was a friend of mine's baby sister. She was always hanging around. Every time we went to do something, she was always there. But I didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? But she was the buffer. That's what I know. And then one night I went to this party and I noticed this guy being angry all the time. The dude was throwing a fit, he was carrying on and all of that. And I thought that was weird, but I didn't think of it. You know what I mean? Because listen, like I said, I only dated one person my whole life, and I was married to her for 15 years. So I wasn't aware of that kind of a triangle thing, and so that kind of thing took me off guard, and thing. And I thought that was really fun, really strange. I didn't think nothing of it. But then as the days go by, I realized, okay, this is really not looking right. So I kind of stop it and I cut it off and thing, you know what I mean? I was like, nah, 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 let me pull back and take stock of myself in this situation here. That's what you need to do. Uh, Even if you're not trying to talk to somebody else after a breakup, pull back and see what's going on and thing, you know? So I pulled back, and she never reached out. Perfect sign, you know what I mean? And then I started doing my thing. So that year, well, I don't, what year was that? Was like what, 2000 maybe? I was at work and I got a text from her and she said, "Hey, I'm not doing anything on New Year's, you know what I mean? You want to hang out? Well, there's a spot, it's a restaurant slash bar called Calamity Cafe. I used to hang out at. I was going there anyway. I said, yeah, meet me there. And on New Year's, All Year's night, before the New Year, this woman sat down and told me that she was actually using me to make somebody else jealous. She actually told me this while we sitting there. Mind you, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, well, he must not be around. So she's wanting somebody to buy her drinks. She didn't, I don't buy no drinks for her. It's never my habit to do that anyway, because I just don't, unless I'm like actually dating somebody, they're paying for their own stuff. That's just the way I am. But she told me this. I was like, man, I didn't feel like a fool. I would have felt like a fool if I was still trying and she dropped that on me. But I didn't feel like a fool because I kind of stopped. engaging after a while, you know what I mean? And I guess what she expected me to do is to, it was like a hit to my ego. I just laughed and I was like, yeah, that's funny. That's funny, man. I said, that's funny, you know, that's really funny that I was just laughing like crazy. And of course, it wasn't the reaction she was expecting. So that was it. That was the last time I saw her. Then she moved out to the state. Dude ended up being abusive. That was her story. My story was that was the one and the only time I've had that situation happen to me. After that, it was like, pay attention, pay attention. And even if you're not going into a situation and you're feeling sad and you're feeling vulnerable after a breakup, pay attention. Stop. Because there's vultures out there that looking for people, man. And it's not everybody. Most people ain't going to do that. Most people, they are not going to do that. But you got to pay attention. And the best way to do it is to pay attention to yourself. Strengthen the parts of you that feel vulnerable. You know what I mean? And people call it healing. That's just a catchphrase anymore. Pay attention to yourself. Do what is necessary to fix what's going on within you. And that's the only way you're going to have a clear mind of dealing with what's to come, be it another relationship, be it situations in your life and stuff like that. You know, it works. And listen, I'm not saying I'm a perfect type of person. I got everything straight. Hey, I make mistakes still, and I still struggle with certain things. But you are better for it if you take a look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the most stable person in the world. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you the truth here. I'm not the most stable person in the world. I still look for that connection. I don't go gung ho into it without the other person reciprocating. I haven't found anybody reciprocating yet. And even if they do reciprocate, I want to figure out why they're reciprocating, because sometimes they come in off a situation looking for somebody too, and then you get into a situation where it's not really any feelings, it's just a recovery type thing. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to be careful out there, you know, and not all situations like that. Some people meet and they click and they stay married for 50 years after that. So I'm not drawing some kind of negative vibe there. It's just the reality of my situation I'm partaking to you. So it's another angle you could look at when you deal with situations like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the song. Drop a like on the video, comment down below, tell me what you think. In the meantime, y'all take care of each other. Let's try to bring some peace in this world, okay?